what do you mean I'm black? I'm not black, I'm African. And he goes, y'all Negroes are the same. But first,
So this video has been going viral on Instagram, and the comment section is crazy. I had to come down to TikTok to search the video so I could stitch it and say whatever I want to say. Listen, this lady said she came to America in 2014, and by the time she went to school, they gave her this paperwork for her to fill and so on. When she got to the ethnicity part, they asked her, tick the box, black African American or which other race. She couldn't find African, so she skipped the box because she believed that black African Americans are those black people who were born here in America. You get it? So she's from Africa. She just moved to America in 2014. So she is not an American yet. But the lecturer or the professor had to call her back to be like, okay, no, you have to take the black African American because y'all are Negroes. You understand? At that time, the word nigger or negro didn't mean anything to her because words literally have no impact unless there is a meaning attached to it. Words don't have no impact. For example, if I insult you in my mother tongue, if I insult you in my African language, you will not understand. You might be smiling, you might be vibing to what I'm saying, but if someone actually meet you somewhere and be like, yo bro, that guy was just insulting you, do you know that? Now your whole mood or your whole behavior will change, right? You'll be angry, you'll be bitter. That is it. You see, back home, I'm from Cameroon to be precise. So if a white man would have walked up to me one day when I was still in Cameroon and be like, yo nigga, could you pass me that phone over there, or could you pass me my bag over there, I wouldn't even react to it at all. Do you know why? Because our system is so different. The education system in Africa is so different. They don't teach us about things like racism because racism is not even a thing back home in Africa. Rather, we are battling with tribalism, we are battling with nepotism, we are battling with favoritism, we are battling with discrimination. Racism is not even our thing. So if a white man would even come to Africa and insult or maybe call Africans or nigger this and that, trust me, we will not feel a thing. We wouldn't feel a thing. But thanks to social media, thanks to TikTok, thanks to, should I say Facebook or Instagram? Yeah. Thanks to these apps, Africans are now on these apps and are now seeing things that they never thought it exists at all. All these things actually existed, like racism. I, for one, back home, oh my God, I never thought racism I never thought racism was a thing. I never did. Because of what propaganda has made all of us to believe. They made us to believe that the blacks in America are very lazy and lousy. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do anything. But they forget to tell us that the white people have actually built a system which is meant to suppress these people, to push them, to just push and put them down, for them not to get up at all. Even if they try to rise above the bare minimum, there are somewhere still suppressing them. There's somewhere still suppressing these people in one way or another. It's what they call systemic racism. Now, people are insulting this lady for saying her truth, for saying the facts. Words literally don't have any impact unless there is a meaning attached to those words. You see, slavery and slave trade, which happens to be one of the most dehumanizing things that has ever happened in Africa or to Africans in general, is not being taught in schools back home in Africa. Like my country, Cameroon, a child who is 16 or 17 years old barely knows a thing about slavery and slave trade. But here in America, trust me, a child who's like 14 or 13 already knows a lot about slavery, already knows a lot about the Holocaust. But a child back home who is 15, 16, or even 21 barely knows a thing. Now, slavery and slave trade back home in Cameroon is only being taught to students who made it to high school. And even in high school, it is not being explained detailedly. It is being highlighted. You understand? It's been highlighted. Now, to those other students that don't want to do arts, that don't want to do subject like history, economics, geography and the rest, they want to focus their time, and or they want to study or they find subjects like biology, chemistry, physics interesting, they miss out big time in topics like slavery, in topics like apartheid and so on. They know nothing about it. So when you find an African being clueless about history, don't blame them. Blame the system. blame the educational system, blame the government, who literally don't want them to know about these things. Because for them, they think that they should forget about their past. They should think about the past because it is not worth it. But they don't know that you forgetting the past is you forgetting your identity, is you forgetting your own self, you forgetting your culture, your heritage, what your forefathers went through. Because if not for them, you wouldn't be alive today. If your forefathers were so weak not to survive slavery and slave trade, trust me, bro, you wouldn't be alive today. You just wouldn't be alive today. And that is the issue that they want you to forget. They don't want you to remember. It is so absurd. So when you African Americans see someone from Africa who literally don't find the word nigger funny, or don't find the word nigger or cannot react to the word nigger or whatsoever, please don't blame them. Don't find them guilty of whatsoever. No. The system back home is totally different. The system back home is being designed in such a way that they should not remember what happened to them years ago. Rather, they should look forward to what is happening to them now and maybe in the future. They keep on making them to believe that they are the future leaders of tomorrow, whereas that is not the reality. That is not the reality. Those who have been in Chia telling them that they will be the future leaders of tomorrow when they were 3 or 8 year olds, or 8-year-old rather, they are still in charge. They are still in that position. They don't want to let go. So imagine, I'm 25 years old right now. I was told that I'm going to be the leader of tomorrow. How can I be the leader of tomorrow, which someone that told me that back when I was 5 years old is still that same leader till today? It's still that same leader. So things don't happen like that when it comes to history, when it comes to education. It is total, in fact, it's a different thing. Education system in Africa is being controlled by the Europeans. That is the truth. But that's a big topic for another day that I can break it down. But please, this lady was basically saying the truth. The word nigger has no meaning to Africans. That was way back, not now in 2025 or 2026. I believe that there are so many Africans that are woke. They actually know the truth and they are fighting for the rights of other people. They do know that, the word nigger cannot be used anyhow by a white person. A white person cannot call me a nigger and I'll be smiling at a white person. Nah, that won't happen. But in 2014, like what she said, trust me, there are so many Africans, even back home or here in America, that if a white man called them nigger, come over here, they wouldn't even react to it at all. But in 2026, they will definitely react. I hope this video helped you to understand where Africans are coming from. Have a nice day.